Okay. Hello, friends.
Hello, friends.
We're back. Little breaks here and there, and back to a set schedule. So
To be fair, people died.
we were sick. So
Also, to be fair, people died.
what? Oh. Yeah. The past few weeks have been
Challenging.
but
Yep.
hello. We're here. So, without further ado,
Adieu.
let's see. Last time, our group had made it to. What are you doing?
What?
What are you doing?
I got an idea.
Was that English?
Uh-oh, he's thinking again.
I totally got distracted. I have a really good idea all of a sudden.
So.
Don't look at me. It's not about me. What happened?
So last time.
It's a short session, everyone.
I guess will be a short session. Last time our group had finished going through the
Puberty.
the what? Camp.
Puberty.
The camp. No, would you? Gremlins.
He said it.
Finished going through the camp. Cleared out the draconians. Rescued a dragon egg, and just barely escaped from a black dragon. Clystron took them back to his hometown, a little town called Heart's Hollow, that is carved out of a impression in the ground. It's a, yes. It's like a sinkhole, cave. Why I can't word right now is beyond me. This is gonna be fun tonight.
It's your first time DMing this, so
Yeah.
to be fair.
Yeah, totally.
To be fair. it's
To
your
be
first time.
fair.
Okay, you are very new at this.
Very new at this. So the group met with Nezra, the unofficial mayor of Heart's Hollow, and after presenting the egg to Nezra, she took them to her hidden lair, which turns out Nezra is actually a bronze dragon in disguise, who has been looking after Heart's Hollow and the people therein. Well, they're part of her lair. They're the family she has taken in and rescued from the wastes. So the group is currently the only people who know that she is truly a dragon and not human. So the egg has been handed over to Nezra. In exchange, the group was given a set of armor made out of cast-off bronze dragon scales. Terribly exciting. And they were also given use of a house/workshop for as long as they need it while they stay in Heart's Hollow. So,
I also got this mail.
yes, you did get the scale mail. Mm-hmm. So, with that, all right, friends, you were last in the house. Bobaroom decided to take a nap. Temmie was up to mischief. Huh.
You gonna mention what Temmie did?
In a minute. Everyone was taking a moment to breathe. You're safe. You're in a little township. Okay, let's take a breather. No longer camping out, being attacked by giant spiders or have a chance of being snatched up by Dragon Army officers on Dragon Hills anymore, so
For now.
for now. So now
Maybe.
it is time to take a breath. So, Temmie's mischief, she had scrounged up some ink and had decided to draw on a sleeping Bobareem's face. He currently has, well, as he is a blonde dwarf, his eyebrows are now a black unibrow, and he has cat whiskers and stars.
And a clown
And a
nose.
little button nose. The only evidence is the fact that Temmie is a very messy artist and has ink stains on her fingers. So, Bobareem, how long was your nap to be?
I don't know, wasn't I under the influence?
Oh, yeah, you drank yourself into a nap.
I'm sleepy.
The longer the nap.
Sleepies
the
then?
more
Okay.
Yeah, he was getting a nap in before we were going to go eat dinner. We were going to go to the shops and then go meet Nezra at the Salt
Lick. Yeah.
Sorry. So it's not the salty.
Mm.
Okay.
What were you gonna say?
I don't remember.
Okay.
Just scoot over. You're too close. Anyway, your title. Look at your title below. Look down. Your title's right here. You're too close. To
I
me.
don't see it.
Yeah. Well, everybody else does.
Oh.
My title is here.
Okay.
Your title is there.
What?
And then you're
So-
sitting here on my window, getting too close to me.
Whoops.
There were talks about going to Lavender's, I believe.
Yes, lavender. Did Kretz watch Temmie?
I think everyone was there
Everyone was
for
in
that.
the
I
room.
think we
Yeah.
all saw.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
everybody saw that. And nobody's gonna
Even
step
even
in.
Thordak was like, nope.
And Thordak's reaction was that. It was like, nope.
Yep. Not having
Yep.
anything to do with
I
it.
also had stuff to do, so.
You better hope that his astute logical deduction machine in his brain doesn't pick up your fingers when he wakes up. Better hope he doesn't find a mirror.
Mittens.
You have mittens on you?
I don't think so, but do you?
Check the bag.
When he murders you,
You didn't do that.
I don't know you anymore. I'm off to Lavender's.
Wait,
Oh, no.
didn't Bobareem want to come with?
You wake him then, Kadina.
Bye, guys. So do you have
I
something
meant
to
that
do?
like above the table.
Oh, well, I meant that in game.
Okay.
No, he didn't want to go with.
Oh, he didn't.
No, he's
Okay.
he's
Okay.
he's asleep.
Okay.
No. So off we go then, and I just open the door and shut it behind me.
Oh,
Unless
yeah,
someone's
oh.
behind. Are you? Oh, sorry. All right,
okay.
let's go. You coming with me? Let's go.
All right, so just the two of you?
Tell me.
What was it, Lavender's?
Jeez.
Oh my god.
Wait, do you know it was at Lavender's?
No.
She just walks out of the house.
And Thordak is working away.
Did you say it at above table or at, like as we're on way out?
Above table.
Magic shop.
Oh, Timmy's going. Timmy's going.
It's the only place that has anything relatively magical. It's more like a junk shop. It could be random things that are good. Could be magical items. Could be whatever.
Oh yeah, she's going.
Right.
I put that there for myself.
So are you coming, Demi?
Mhm.
And off we go.
Yes. Yes, sir.
And out the door I walk.
All
I
right.
leave the door open.
All right. You following?
Yep.
Are you leaving the door open or closed?
Oops. She's closing the door.
Okay. And you're going with as well?
Mhm.
Okay. So, as the three of you exit the house and a funny building straddling the connection where the stone mosaic carved into placed in the walkway that is carved into this depression in the ground. The wooden walkway. This big, I mean, well, if it was over water, it'd be a wharf. But this big walkway that they have built out over and into the center of this hole in the ground. And it's interesting. The way everything is built, Kretz, you half expect to smell the ocean at any time. Because this could be any pieced together oceanside town. Except for the fact that, well, you're in a cave.
Crater?
Crater. That's the word I've been looking for. Thank you.
I mean, for all I know, rocks could fall and everybody dies, right?
Uh-oh.
Yep. Totally.
So I'm just making sure.
So, you walk along the wooden wharf
Oh, whoops.
out and around and go out into the longest part that goes almost to the center of this part of the crater. Because at the end is two funny little buildings.
Oh.
One is kind of roundish at the end and small, but directly in front of it is a shop. And the building here is the same as all the others, patched together from scavenged supplies from the waste. The shop has several potted lavender by the door, and what appears to be herbs growing in window boxes. As you open the door, well, I mean, you three are the ones going, so...
We are.
Yeah. As you open the door, a small, dented brass bell on a string hung from the ceiling rings as the door hits it. A man in a patched brown robe startles, dropping the tiny spoon he was using to pour something into a small wooden bowl, resulting in a small bang and a puff of purplish smoke.
Ooh.
He blinks at you owlishly over a protective mask covering his mouth and nose. Oh, hello. Sorry.
Should we be breathing that in?
Oh, he pulls the mask down. Oh, well, the gas, the smoke is fine. It was just the powder and the, what is this? Iodine. I just it didn't seem like a good idea to be bringing it in, so I just...
I'm sorry, iodine?
Yes.
Would Kretz be familiar with that?
It's an element.
Yeah, but this isn't Earth.
Oh, yeah.
No, not necessarily. It's...
This is a poison you're using.
No, we dig it up around here. It's, turns out it's particularly good for wounds, but I've also discovered that, you can make little bang poofs. It's nothing special, it's just a hobby.
Bang poofs.
You coat the powder on something, and then when it's hit, it makes a little bang and a tiny bit of smoke. It's just decorative, really. Mostly noisy.
Oh.
Yes.
Ooh.
Huh.
As you look around, you realize that the interior of the building has been lime washed. Dried herbs are hanging from the ceiling, and the shop is almost organized in a very chaotic way. Odd handmade shelves are stocked with rows of mismatched bottles, jars, and rows of funny little squares. A large workbench is spanning most of the back wall, and 2 large cages off to the right, distilling and alchemical equipment scattered along the rest. The shop smells of herbs, is earthy and medicinal, with a hint of brimstone and a sharp chemical note. It's very practical. It's chaotic and myriad of smells and clean but chaotic.
Are you Lavender?
Oh, I am.
You come highly recommended.
I do?
Oh, yes. Everybody recommends speaking with you when it comes to things of the magical nature.
Well, not so much in the magical. It's not much I can do, and that's that. So I've learned other things. Do you need soap?
No.
Oh. That is
How
what
do-
I'm best at.
So you work with the alchemical of magic.
Yes.
Right.
I'd
Well, I'm here on official business, and I am looking for some particular items.
Oh, well, we don't have much here, but maybe I can help.
Maybe. Well, I am in need of any kind of items you may have in the magical nature. Some that have been maybe enhanced magically, woven with some sort of spell thread of sorts, something that would be,
I make
potions, scrolls, books.
salves, and I make anti-venom.
Huh.
As far as scrolls and books, I don't. No, I don't. As soon as I found I couldn't cast anything serious, I don't. I haven't bothered to study. Seems rather pointless.
Study what exactly?
Magic?
What were you studying when you did?
I wanted to be a member of the Mages of High Sorcery, and, well, it turns out I'm not strong enough.
How do you mean?
Well, I can do very little. So I started traveling, hoping to maybe learn a book that could teach me more, because my master was just not. Well, his idea of teaching was berating you into doing better, and, well, that just didn't work.
So you failed your master.
No, I did not fail my master. I just, well, apparently was not particularly suited. So I was.
So you gave up.
That's how I ended up here. I was traveling, attempting to find another teacher or a book, something that could help, and I wound up lost in the wastes and was rescued, and, well,
Are you a collector then of things? I swear I was told to come here for any particular item that might help. Let me try something a little more straightforward.
oh, Were you thinking maybe of ends odds?
That must be it.
Oh.
He's got, well, slightly used goods. That's things that the scavengers come up with.
And you just make soap and salves.
Soap and salves, and he waves his hand, and the mess, the fine purple powder that is settled around the bowl, is cleaned. Little things. Just,
That was prestidigitation, wasn't it?
it was.
Tammy. You speak of this next thing to Bubba Ring. I will oust you quicker than I could throw you.
What?
Say nothing. Follow my lead. Would you possibly maybe help my friend? Tammy, hands. Show your hands.
Oh, ink? Oh, yes.
Could you?
There.
I will not fall for your mischief. If that house is burnt down because of you, you are on your own. Say nothing to no one, Kadim. You saw nothing. Right?
Right.
After all, we don't want to see Temmie get hurt. Now to convince Thordak.
Oh no. Wait, Thordak saw it though.
Right. Let's hope he doesn't offer his brother any tips. Right, sorry about that, Lavender. Little prank going on in the background. So, we are looking for any sort of aid, really.
Right?
We are, well, I'll just spit it out. We're looking to behead a black dragon.
Oh, that...
No, yes, the one that's a couple days away from here, or a day away from here.
Oh. Oh, dear.
South of here. There's a camp where we rescued a couple of your, citizens,
Oh,
community members.
oh,
Yes.
oh no.
Oh, yes.
See, this is why I don't leave.
Right, no, but probably for the best. My understanding is you're really well protected here.
Okay, well, I can make some useful things.
Oh, do tell. Like what?
Do you
Let
promise not... Well,
here, let me help you when I fold my lapel back or my jacket back and flash my insignia.
you're not here to take me in, are you? I can't... There's no way I'd survive.
Survive what?
The trial.
What trial?
The...
I'm speaking to a shopkeep, a merchant,
Okay.
and I am in need of help.
Well,
And if you notice, I'm not exactly wearing robes now, am I?
no, I
So
suppose
I'm not here on official business, but it is official.
Oh,
Off the books kind of thing.
well, then, yes, I can help. He points to the, bowl. I can make, smoke grenades and alchemist fire,
Alchemist fire.
blasting powder, but I usually...
It's a blasting powder.
the miners. So we have...
You mean like cannons on a ship?
Yes,
You have black powder.
I can make it.
Is that what you were doing before? Was that black powder? Is iodine?
No. Black powder is slightly different, but, the iodine is, I was just attempting to make a better smoke grenade. I thought it'd be fun if it had some color to it.
Smoke grenade.
Yes, but, well, unfortunately it's, those, giant spiders that are out and about. If you have any hairs off of them, I could probably make you a potion of climbing. It just... Well, it takes a
Potion
little
of what?
bit. climbing.
Huh.
But I think I can only make one. I don't have much of the other ingredients available. I can make spell ink. I can make... Oof. I don't know. Let me think.
Alchemist fire and some grenades, smoke grenades.
Yes.
How much smoke?
Ooh. It's... Well, the last time I accidentally set one off... it's obfuscated a good bit of the town.
Really? How big are these?
Well, they're not big. They're just little clay pots like this.
Really?
Yes.
I'll take 3.
Oh, dear. Well, I don't have any made.
Yes, I understand that. I'll take 3, please.
Okay, I'll need a day. Yes.
Perfect.
All right. Anything else?
Yes. Alchemist fire.
Oh, dear. Okay. It's a little dangerous to make, but...
Good, I'll need about 6 of those.
Oh, dear. And he starts fishing around in baskets and jars, lining shelves and under the counter, and... Yes, okay. I can do that.
How much will all this cost?
Oh, dear. They're... Well... The smoke grenades are going to be costly. They're 50 gold each. But the alchemist fire, they'll only be about 25. The lichen for the smoke grenades is unfortunately very seasonal, and the alchemist's fire is just a few things in oil, and well, we've learned to extract oil from a few different plants around, and animal fats and whatnot. So he points to the soap.
I reach into my pouch and I pull out the 5 gems that I have held on to, worth 20 gold each.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever seen these gems before?
No, I can't say that I have.
These gems hail all the way from Sylvanesti.
Oh. I've always wanted to go. I've heard lovely things about the land. But,
They're worth about 100 gold per gem. But I will hand them to you. And 100 gold out of my pocket for all of those.
I think we can make that work. Do you sure you don't need any soap or salves or anything?
You're really pushing this open. Do I stink?
No. Well, I haven't been close enough, and all I can smell is the powdered iodine at the moment, so I have no idea. But I'm very proud of it.
And where does one take a bath around here?
Well, we draw water from the bottom of the caves. It's a little salty, but...
I'm sorry, we're new here. And we're staying at one of the places down the road.
Yes.
I don't think I actually explored our accommodations. I'm not sure if there's a bath in there for me to
there should be. Which accommodations are you at?
Oh, the one, tell them. Temmie?
Oh.
Continue.
It's like part workshop, part house.
Oh,
And has a great view of the town.
oh, the big one just around the corner.
Yeah, right around the
Yeah.
corner, that
Yes.
one.
Oh, oh yes, there's a bath in there.
How do you know?
Because I've gone through and dusted the place. I help with the upkeep of town once in a while.
Why was it vacant?
It's just there was no families big enough to live there. But if there's a new group of people, then it makes sense.
Well, we're not family, so.
You don't say.
No, I do.
Yes, well,
I insist. These are just my friends.
yes, well, okay. So, yes, there is a bath. The workings of the system that draws water up from below is beyond me. We do have a hidden cistern that catches rainwater for drinking, but as far as bathing, we usually use it's, like I said, a little briny, but
Right, well. I'll be by tomorrow. I'll check in the morning, if you don't mind.
no, that'll be fine.
See where you're at with it all.
Thank you kindly.
No, thank you. And I reach in and grab 100 gold.
Okay.
As I grab the 100 gold, I pull out an amethyst geode I was once using. Does this bear any meaning or value to you?
Amethyst, correct?
Very good.
Outside of knowing what it is, no.
All right. 100 gold it is, and I drop the coin on this, in his hands.
All right.
Removed.
Okay.
I am now Paul.
You are?
Yes.
How much do? Oh, 132. How much do I have?
It's not like any of you are volunteering any gold this direction, so whatever. Once again, I'll take care of it.
Whoops.
Oh, you didn't say you needed anything. You didn't say you needed any gold.
I don't need any gold, but feel free to step in at any point you wish, Timmy. However, it's already been paid for. On that note, off to odds and ends? Ends and odds?
I know for sure Boba Reem did want to go there. And
Boba Reem should have been here with us.
Ends odds is back
Is
up towards
Wolverine
the.
still asleep?
Oh, we're gonna have to have him roll on that, or decide.
Ends odds is back up towards the top of town.
Is that actually where we're going?
So you're, if you look at the map,
Okay.
you're currently in the building, at the end of the, on the wharf-like structure, in the middle of the, cavern. And then, Ends Odds is, the walkway leading from the left. It's in the first set of buildings on the wooden walkway on that top row.
So near back where we gotta go.
If you're leaving,
What?
it's at the top of town towards the entrance and exit.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah.
It's way the fuck up there. Okay. So it's up here.
it's this house, I think.
Are you sure Boba Reem wanted to go? Back to
I
the
think-
house.
Thordak wanted to go
Oh.
to Ends Odds.
Oh,
I just
yeah.
want to work on my stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but they had stuff that you might need to build stuff. I think is the reason that maybe. I don't know.
Oh, I got the stuff that I needed.
Got it. Well, we'll check on Bubba Reem either way. Lavender, it was a pleasure. I will,
It's lovely to see a new face.
Oh, would you be so kind as to utilize discretion when you discuss these matters with anyone? I.e., don't.
What matters?
Very well then, thank you.
Yes.
And I make my way out the shop.
Okay. You hear clattering of bowls and as you leave. Temmie, Kadeem, are you following or?
Yes.
Following, yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
Oh, I didn't wait. I'm walking.
I know. I figured. So you're going straight up to Ends Odds, or are you stopping by the house?
Going back to the house.
Okay. So walk back to the house. It's not terribly far.
Stop. And I hear the clamoring of armor.
Yes.
And I look behind me. What are you doing?
I just want to see around the town.
Then why are you following me? You didn't speak with Lavender, you didn't ask to purchase anything, you didn't offer anything, any kind of gold or help. I'm not exactly sure what you're doing. And Temmie, never mind, Temmie. What are you doing
I want to
today?
explore the same places as you, so I'm just following you.
Uh-huh. Why am I not surprised?
Is-
You're bored, aren't you?
Yeah. Yeah, I am.
Fine. You deal with Bobareem and hope that he doesn't look into a mirror. Oh, I don't know if there are mirrors in that house.
I
Oh,
think
good.
there
Red's
are.
very reflective.
What's very
What is?
reflective? Fred. Fred's very
Fred
reflective.
is very reflective.
This,
And he's right next to me while I'm working.
oh boy. And I just continue walking, make our way back to the house.
Okay.
And how long did all that take?
With walking, like 20 minutes tops. It's not very far away.
And dealing with the shopkeep.
Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't long.
Trying
Cuz
to see
it
how far along I am.
Oh, okay. Cuz 5-minute walk. 10 minutes there, 5 minutes back.
Okay.
So,
So what nobody else has seen is I have heat metaled the platinum into crude strips, and I'm still working on it.
okay. Okay. So, you're still working. You've managed to work the platinum into thin strips as everyone comes back. And what are you three doing now that you're back at the house?
As soon as I walk in, I hear Bobareem clear his throat. And I look over. Are you awake yet? And I look and I inspect Bobareem's face. And And I say to myself, very under my breath, very, very quietly, I say, oh no. The ink is setting, it appears.
Uh-oh.
I don't actually know if that's true, I'm just...
Temporary tattoo.
Right.
Yeah, I think the ink would have settled into the oils and pores and...
Mm-hmm.
Thordak?
Just ignoring him while I work.
How long does your brother normally nap for? Because it's time to go. Plus, I have news.
How much did he drink?
I don't actually remember.
I don't remember either.
It was a lot. I just above table. It was a lot.
I'd say 4? 5? 4? No, 4.
Son of a bitch.
3, 4.
I knew it was a bit, but yeah, it was...
Which is the amount that,
We need to get to the salt lick.
which is the amount that Kadeem drank, I think.
Right. One of you wake him up.
Will he wake up with how much he drank?
You can try.
Great.
And the whole time my head is down, just working, not looking over that way.
So, I go and I, like, shake his shoulder. Berberim. Bob. You smelly fucking stuffed up dwarf.
Should I roll?
Timmy's gonna come
Huh?
up.
Should I roll?
Yeah. I wanna... wanna see if you actually wake up. You wake up. You're a little bleary-eyed, but you wake.
Yes?
How are we feeling?
Reach into one of my hidden pockets and take a little swig and start to close my eyes again.
No, need you, nope, need you awake. Berberim, I need you awake, please.
What's so important?
Are you drunk?
No.
Are you lying?
No.
Are you hungover?
Can you see it?
Sorry. So are you hungover?
What?
Good God. Can you please open your eyes and sit up?
They are open, and I am sitting upright.
Now I see you on camera and your eyes look like they're closed. So
Oh.
just to be sure, are your eyes closed or are they open?
They're like this.
How many fingers am I holding up? I pull up 2 fingers in front of him. It does the same thing back. Alright, fair enough. Oh, I swear to God.
I'll stand up on the same height. Flex a little.
Does he,
What time is it?
are you wobbly? Are you upright?
Upright, not wobbly.
Okay.
I'm a functioning alcohol.
How's your head? I can help you with that.
Fine.
Probably fine. I'm not even going to insight check this. Well, you smell really bad. But I know where you can get some soap. Anyway, are we going to go to dinner?
I am pretty hungry. Yes.
Good.
Yeah.
Now for the news. I'm going to need your attention, Thordak. I have procured not one but 3. Well, they're called smoke grenades.
What's that?
Well, you're familiar with the alchemist fire, right?
Yes.
A little potion with, once you impact, it goes explodey. Yes, that, and it kind of rains fire on everyone. Yes, well, a smoke grenade is similar, minus the fire. It's all smoke. It's in a pot about this big, and it will engulf the majority of this crater in smoke, evidently.
Each of these grenades?
They're called
Will do that?
grenades. Smoke grenade. I'm not familiar with the term or what language it comes from, but that's what it was called. I've got 3 on the way, and a bonus, 6 more alchemist fire.
We're gonna use alchemist fire against the dragons?
Just in case we need it. We used the lot that we had.
Okay. I'd like to inspect one of these grenades.
Tomorrow. They should be ready tomorrow about... I'm going to check in the morning. We'll see if they're ready. Hopefully they are, but I was told a full day.
Okay.
But I impressed upon Lavender that this is for official, unofficial business. Officially, but unofficially. Off the books. He understood.
Okay.
I think next step we need to get ourselves to the bar or the tavern.
Sure, I can eat.
Unless you wanted to head to odds and ends first, or ends and odds.
What's there?
You don't recall where the collection of random goodies might lie?
Oh, right. Sure, let's go.
Okay. Babreem, are you coming?
Okay.
I put away my platinum strips and get ready to get out the door. And I have not looked at my brother.
Like deliberately not looked at him?
Nope, just I was working hard and then going towards the door and yeah. Let's go.
Kadeem has been biting
Let's go,
her
Fred.
tongue, trying not to giggle.
Sure. I lag behind, see who leads.
Okay. Who's
I would.
all right. Where are you going?
Tavern, and then odds and ends
But first.
first.
Okay. So you make your way back up the beautiful mosaic pathway and back to the Salt Lick, the bar, tavern that is unusually hung from sturdy cords with just a pathway between a wooden and rope bridge between the entrance to the tavern and the walkway. So,
Wait, we're at the Salt Lick?
it only takes a few minutes to get there. Salt Lick,
Not odds and ends?
she said she was headed to the tavern.
I thought we couldn't decide over the tavern and odds and ends.
What? I'm confused. Did I really miss that?
Yeah.
No one could decide which one, either or, so...
So we're
I'm
going
just following
tavern
the leader.
first.
Okay. So we're at the tavern.
First, food first, then odds and ends.
Unless they close. It's the end of the day, isn't it?
Yes.
Uh-oh.
So we're in the same day of travel. We traveled the same day. got to where we got to the Salt Lake, spoke with Nezra, went to her place, got you the armor that we got here in the afternoon, essentially. Got to our house, our apartment, basically, and that's where Belbarim drunk himself into a stupor. He's only been asleep for all of 30 minutes, to be honest.
Wow.
And so now we're at the bar, getting food and drink, but I don't actually know what time it is, so we probably won't make odds and ends on this day. It'll be the following morning. That's why I was saying let's go to odds and ends now with everybody, and then, but that's fine. I followed you. I'm just letting you know, above table, we're probably not, like, the group probably won't make it there.
I didn't think about that.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Well, we are.
Okay.
So I walk in looking to see if Nezra's at her table.
Nezra is not actually at her table yet.
Well, I see an open booth over there, and I point at Nezra's table.
Sylph pauses and... Well, I do think she was expecting you, so... Yes, I suppose that's alright. Just do you expect some odd looks from people?
Why?
It's just... Usually only Nezra's there, or anybody doing business with her. So if she's not there yet, then, well, people will be surprised.
Well, where should we be then until she arrives?
No, that's fine. I'm not going to make you get up when she arrives, so go ahead.
If it's customary for people to wait for Nezra to show up at her own table, then we'll wait.
Oh, well, all right then. Well, it's still pretty empty, so yeah, go ahead and sit anywhere.
Right.
I'll probably choose to sit by a booth next to Nezra's.
That's fine. It's open.
Okay.
So you sit and... Oh, drink or food or both?
Food and drink, but I would like to wait for Nezra to show up. So do you have any idea when she'll be here?
I don't. Well, honestly, I wouldn't have expected her to leave. She usually spends most of the day here. But,
That's where we have come from her abode not long ago. So she's probably in her abode.
Oh. Well, I can't imagine she'll be long. As I said, she does spend most of the day here.
I'm not ordering till she arrives. You lot can do what you wish.
I can wait.
Did you bring Fred with you, Thordak?
I leave Fred out in the front door. You don't let him inside the inn or the bar.
Oh, okay.
Alright, so, with that, so you're just sitting and people watching and talking amongst yourselves?
Observing,
Okay.
watching, since it's mostly empty and shouldn't be anyone in there to talk to.
The few patrons who either come in after you or are already milling about, most people are in some sort of patched fabric, mix of leather and patched fabric clothing. You know, scavengers. They make do, mend as often as they can, and the one thing you've noticed is they all seem content. And with all the other towns and whatnot you've been through, the people here seem quite content with however they've had to make their way. So, people seem friendly. There's a certain artistry to even the patched and mended clothing, so they take pride in whatever beauty they can make in this desolate wasteland. You're only there 15 minutes or so before Nezra finally shows up. A few people cheer when they see her. She just... She sees all of you. Ah. Yes, do come join me at my table. She sits in clearly her customary spot at her customary table. And obviously a creature of habit, but knowing what you know about Nezra, it's not surprising.
I wait for our leader to get up.
As soon as Nezra is at her table, I will follow along.
I follow her.
Okay.
Somebody's getting up too.
I'll follow her.
Yeah, I'll scooch out, but I'll go to the bar first.
Oh boy. Should we stop
Okay.
him?
Cool, be my guest.
Sylph is
I'm good.
meandering around and getting orders from patrons, but the gentleman behind the bar. All right, what you need?
Does he see his face?
He does see his face, but he only pauses for half a moment. His nostrils flare slightly, and he doesn't say a word.
Makes sense.
Beautiful.
Oh my.
Can I have a bottle of... And I look around.
Well, we've got some spirits made by some of the dwarves here in town. It's a bit herby, and, well, any newcomer says it's not what they're used to for dwarvish spirits, but seems strong enough. Some ales, I mean, the best we can make without a hugely steady supply of grains. Don't exactly farm around here. But, anything in particular?
Any bottle, whatever.
He squints at you for a moment. And grabs a bottle. That'd be, 10 silver, please.
I'll just put the 10 down and scoot it over slowly.
He takes the coin and... Alright, dwarvish spirits it is. Yeah. He turns back to
I take the
pretending to
bottle
clean the bar.
and walk over to the table.
Oh no, what's gonna happen when Nezra sees his face?
Oh boy.
Once you all settle into the table, Nezra is smiling. Just genuinely looks pleased. Thank you all again for the egg, she says quietly. I'm so grateful. And as she looks around you, she pauses at Bobareem. I'm grateful. I can't begin to tell you how much this means to me. I'm sure you have some idea, but just thank you again.
Even though I have very high passive perception and investigation, I would say it's kind of halved right now. I would say Bobering didn't quite pick up on the.
Either of the interactions so far?
Yeah.
Okay. The, Nezra looks at you all again and... It's a shame you're on a mission. There's another salt cave that's... maybe a day from here if you take one of our scouts. And, well, one of the scavengers says they've discovered a family of dwarves that appear to have moved in, and, well, they're new, and we'd like to get to know them, but, I mean, I understand you're busy, so...
So you're gonna half-ass what you want us to do. Why don't you just ask?
Would you be amenable to traveling south to the cave?
Well, isn't that the direction we have to go to kill this black-hearted beast?
Mm-hmm.
No, where you came
Wait, what?
from was...
South? Because
No.
we traveled... Oh, no.
No.
It's north.
North.
We go further south.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
So, I didn't say that.
Okay. Sure, okay.
I know
Yeah,
where I
no,
am.
you came from, northeast. Nezra has indicated that, she thinks where you were actually headed is, northwest. So you were northeast, but she thinks that the, City of Lost Names that you were looking for is actually to the northwest, and this cavern is to the south. It's, yes, I mean, it is to the south, but, well...
I'm staring at Bobarine.
She...
Like, I'm listening to her talk,
Uh-huh.
and I'm just, like, you know the look somebody gets when they're a million miles away, kind of just thinking? But they're just randomly staring off in a direction. I'm doing that, but I'm staring at Bobarine's face. Just like...
100 stare.
Yeah, it's a 100-yard stare. And I'm taking in, like, the star eyes, the unibrow, the button nose, the whiskers. Anything on his lips?
No.
Oh. Wait, what did you...
Yeah, I'm just kind of just
Okay.
listening to the conversation and just thinking about whether or not we want to go kill a dragon or go to the City of Lost Names or pay a visit to these dwarven settlers.
Well, they're...
So I'm not drinking the bottle, Sarah, as I'm waiting for food. And I think Bobering would have noticed you just blankly staring at him.
But like, I'm not looking at your eyes. Like, I'm not even looking.
Well,
like,
yeah, but I would see you.
I'm just
like,
staring, just kind of like.
I would just say something on your mind.
Huh?
Something on your mind.
No. Why are you talking to me like this? Are you drunk still?
You said, huh?
Fuck this. I grab his hand. Not like fast, aggressive. Just, if your hand's on the table, I'm assuming because it's around the bottle somewhere. I go and I reach your hand and I touch it. And I cast Lesser Restoration. And I'm hoping this works. According to this spell, it removes poison effect. Now, he's not under the poison status.
Right. But
you,
alcohol is essentially poisoning your body, so...
and you
Yes.
did allow me to do this once to
Yeah.
myself when I was
Yeah.
drunk, so I didn't have a hangover
Yeah.
the following day.
Yeah,
So I'm
yeah.
wondering if my goal is to remove any drunken stupor whatsoever. So it like brings him to soberness like that, without the hangover, without the sick.
Okay, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, then I will use a second level spell slot, and I'm gonna cast
And
Lesser
then
Restoration.
chug the bottle.
So, Boborim, with a touch of Kretz's hand, you are suddenly the most sober and clear-headed you have been in years.
Oh no.
Right. Sorry. I was just thinking, and I realized I was staring at you. And I immediately start to smirk, and immediately, like,
Stone face.
goes back to being stone faced. That's my only tell.
Okay.
So I am trying to hide that.
What is Teddy doing?
I think that would be performance if you needed to. If you choose to challenge it, I would vote that I would roll performance.
Yeah.
Only
no.
because not that I'm biased and I'm stacked in it, but because he's really trying to hide this, but he's kind of
No,
laughing.
performance actually makes a lot of sense. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you would notice a smirk.
Timmy's watching.
Well,
Timmy's just
let's
watching.
let's roll. I mean, he's rolling performance, so I need you to.
Insight or investigation?
Oh, so that's the thing. If he does insight,
Investigation, probably. No.
I would.
so perception.
Perception.
Perception is that you're really taking in what you see around you. Investigation is you're looking into it,
Yeah.
Oh.
and then insight would be more so that he's
looking into the
his
truthfulness of
truthfulness of what I'm saying, and he's not challenging what I'm saying.
something. So.
Unless
yeah,
he
okay.
is. Unless you.
Curious.
But that would require me to roll either one. It would either be deception or persuasion.
Uh huh.
But you're not really deceiving him, so
I'm not lying to him about what I'm talking about. So in the context of the language,
Right.
that's all I'm saying in my head where I'm going with all this. So, I mean, I'm open to roll whatever. It's your call, obviously.
No, deception is still a performance. I mean, it's still
I have a slot for performance too, and they're very different. They're different roles.
okay.
They're very. I have a +7 to deception and a +4 to performance.
Right.
Very different roles, so you have to tell me because they're not the same in this case, in my opinion.
I would say performance, and then either insight or investigation.
Investigation. Okay. I'm
but-
fucked. He's got like a +1,000,000 to that thing.
I thought it was just perception that was high, but so whichever one you think would suit it better. Whatever you're specifically looking for, as you think you notice a flash of emotion across Kretz's face.
That isn't anger or rudeness.
Yeah, that isn't anger.
Reading the differences between investigation and insight, I would choose insight,
Okay.
even though I have less to it.
Okay.
So you're not trusting my facial expressions.
Yeah, I rolled a 11.
Then I'm gonna vote to. So I don't tell you what I roll. I just all right. So it's gonna be either or persuasion, deception.
Yeah.
19.
Bobarine, you are so unused to this clear-headed state that your normal suspicion into people is a little off at the moment. So, while you think you see a flash of emotion on Kretz's face that isn't anger, it's confusing you, but you can't tell if that's because your mind's not working as it normally does, or if he really had a flash of emotion across his face.
Yeah, I'll just lean in and look at him and brush my beard. And
You lean in.
yeah, just leaning in a little bit.
Fuck.
My first thought was those
Stroking my
camera angles. That's mostly forehead based. It's
No,
like,
that's perfect that he's doing that. No, you're leaning in. God damn it.
and you see like all the little details she put in there.
I'm rolling a Constitution check on myself.
Try not to laugh.
19. Okay.
Oh.
I guess that's good. I don't know. I didn't set a number. I'm just saying, okay, that's high.
In Bobaring's mind, he's like, I think clearly, but I think I'm
Should everyone
thinking
roll?
this.
And you're leaning, and you okay,
And then
yeah.
I lean back.
Shirley did more.
So I keep my face still. I keep it calm, and I say, so as I was saying, I was just kind of listening to the group and realized that I constantly take charge. It's truly a habit, and I don't know how to stop, which is why I try to defer to our faithful leader. But the way I see it, we have three options here. We either head to kill this black dragon, take its heart and its head, perhaps maybe get some scale armor out of it for one of us, pay a visit, and act as the enforcers for our dear host here, and go knock on the doors of a bunch of dwarves. Or we go find the City of Lost Names. And I'm actually open to all three at this point, because quite honestly, we have a place to sleep. I've discovered there's a bath in there. So I'm gonna go buy some soap later, draw myself a bath, and soak my feet. I don't really care what we do. I mean, I care to a degree, but we've come all this way. My hometown's gone. We don't have to deal with living in a stupid castle. We have the luxury of a home. We're protected by a... Well, we're safe here. And I flick my eyes over to Nezra.
She smiles at you.
I vote for City of Lost Names.
Dude, what? What? Said there's dwarfs, bro. Kretsch just said he lost his homeland. Maybe we should find out what's happened to our homeland.
This is...
right, bro.
I just stare and I look over to Nezra. Do you understand Dwarvish?
Some, but I'm not very good at it. Apparently my accent is atrocious.
I don't know much about the dwarven community and the difference between a hill dwarf or a mountain dwarf, but I imagine there are much use of stringed instruments and straw hats and slack-jawed language being spoken back and forth, and they seem to be constantly drinking swill of some sort. And this is coming from a sailor. It's a lot of drinking, so...
It does tend to be the dwarves that have found their way to Hot Hollow and made this their home have come up with all manner of brews over the years, and well, yes, some of them are terribly interesting.
What a question for you.
Interesting brew, she said. Some magic words there, Thor.
All right.
Yes, what is your question?
They're still going on.
Yeah, we were.
Just rocks.
I'm
hitting each other.
at this point, I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm just ignoring you because I'm so used to guys being rude and talking in Dwarvish, and I don't know it. Whatever, I don't care. On our adventures, we stumbled upon a portal to another, well, realm, really.
I didn't know there were any of those left.
Portals or realms?
Portals.
What do you mean?
Well, after the cataclysm, I mean, there were a
Well-
few here and there.
We closed it, but I think I can open it. Have you been to the Shadowfell?
No, I've never left this realm.
Are you familiar with the Shadowfell?
I've
Being as old as you are, I imagine you know something.
heard of it. It was a very long time ago. But from A mage? Yes, terrible idea from what I heard.
I have a series of questions to ask you.
Yes.
Have you ever seen a spelljammer crash here? Do you know what a spelljammer is?
Does anyone else?
We heard the term flung around by a djinn recently,
Ah,
and so I thought maybe you would have seen one and you can tell us what it is.
there was
I realize we're talking to someone who is
something of...
quite ancient and might have knowledge.
How dare you?
How dare what?
Ancient.
How old are you?
Do not wish to discuss that.
Ancient. Cataclysm? You were there for the cataclysm?
I was young, but... for a dragon, but yes.
Yes, so tell me, was that 100? And I realize my voice is loud, but now I'm just leaning into this. 200 years ago?
To be... Shh.
300?
It was 350 years ago.
Oh. Do tell.
Yes. I am hundreds of years old.
Right, so if you'd be so kind as to enlighten us a little bit, what's a spelljammer?
Spelljammer is a ship that can fly through the ether from planet to planet.
Ooh.
And
Have you ever seen one?
not a working one.
What do you mean not a working one?
I did see the remains of one that had crashed a millennia ago. Well, no, it wasn't that long ago. It was...
Well, are you millennia old or not? So where did you see this thing crash?
It was... in the mountains by a lake. Yes.
That doesn't narrow it down. Which continent?
This one, I just don't remember exactly where. It's been a terribly long time.
In a mountain by the lake?
Yes. I mean, south maybe?
How long ago was this?
Oh dear. Probably fresh after the cataclysm. Or maybe right before.
And that would actually back up the genie's story. Interesting.
Yes, it's been a while, and we
And
just...
this is a ship that can fly. like a dragon or a bird or a cloud.
Well, I assume so, but there wasn't much left of it, unfortunately.
Indeed. I look back to see if the brothers are done talking.
Oh yeah, I'm done talking. But I'm also discreetly reaching into my bag because I had a question for Nezra.
Okay.
I slowly pull out the shard of dragon orb. Do you know anything about this?
She stares at it, and you could see her lip curl, and I can sense... Ugh. Well, there's not really much magic left in it. I don't know if you find other pieces, if they'll be worth anything, but... Well, those orbs once held the spirits of dragons, and they're evil, they're tainted, and the amount of magic that would be necessary to control them is, well, I don't think there's anything of the sort since pre-cataclysm. And even then it took several mages.
There was.
What?
Oh, no, continue. Nothing.
As anyone tried to control one of these, the effects would be devastating.
Now, you see, I knew I had a good reason for being so absolutely rude to that peasant, Dalaron, whatever the fuck his name is. I knew I had a good reason for it. Right then,
What do you mean?
do you get to finish the story, Thodak? You're on your own thing.
Oh no, I'm fine. I'll put that shard back.
There's a fool of a mage who was with us when we were headed this direction. He got picked up by one of the Dragonlance. Not quite sure what happened to him. He fell.
Ah,
I imagine probably one of your scouts will run into him sooner or later if the Dragon Army didn't already find him and kill him. But he wasn't at the camp we were at. So I assume he's not there. He doesn't have his book. Either of his books. As his books are the only way for him to cast any major spells. So he has to do things very slowly. He's not the adventuring type. He's with a whole group of people that are researching artifacts. They all come from Sylvanesti. They destroyed Sylvanesti. They destroyed Sylvanesti because the Blue Army was marching on them. And they wanted to find some kind of weapon or something to save them. Right now I'm too angry to remember, but I'll have to read my notes again to remember everything that had happened that I was told. Above table, again.
above table, the Blue Dragon Army had marched on Sylvanesti, was taking over the land as a last-ditch effort to subdue and drive out the dragons. The head of the Sylvanesti took the dragon orb, and a few mages were attempting to help, but he took control of the orb and was attempting to use it to drive out the dragon army and the dragons. And unfortunately, the power of the dragon orb actually took over his mind, and using him and his magic turned Sylvanesti into a twisted nightmare land.
That's what I tell her.
Yes.
And then I say, so he's wandering the wastes right now, somewhere out there. Should you find him, I would love to interrogate him further. You see,
Looking to undo the magic?
he's looking to undo the magic, yes. So he was in search of this orb, searching for pieces of it, hoping he can piece it together and create the magic once again. Which,
Ridiculous mortals. I can't believe this knowledge was lost.
how do you mean?
Well, the mages of high sorcery would have known that it takes... I think it used to take 6 of their strongest to control an orb. But a single... Of course.
No, I mean, there was a group of them, from what I'm told, but he had a hand in it, but he wasn't the mage who did it. Obviously, because his mind's intact. Right?
What, Dalaran?
Yeah. Dalamar.
Dalamar, yeah, no. He was an assistant, and they tried to help control, but
What happened?
the Speaker of the Stars...
Did we ever find out what happened to Speaker of the Stars?
No.
Okay, so no, there was a group of them. That's not the point. He's wandering your wastes. Should you find him, you might not want to be so welcoming of him, because he'll just root around and see what you have here worthwhile.
Good to know.
He'll
So,
want to take it back for research.
group of Sylvanesti elves, you say?
No, just him by himself.
You said he was there with a group.
Oh, they're not around here. They're further south of here. Much, much further.
Huh.
At their own camp.
Understood.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll
Would
keep an eye out
take
for...
probably a good couple weeks for you to make it down there.
Keep an eye out for elves, then.
You will find some, my god. You might find some knights in Solamnic armor. You might find some knights. What town were we staying in? My God, my brain is so...
Calamon?
Calamon. You might find some Calamon knights roaming the wastes, heading this direction, or at least looking.
Calamon, all the way up here?
Yes.
Oh, are they after the army?
They're trying. They sent us ahead to search for whatever we could, and we got a lead on the city of lost names, and we're trying to...
They allowed us ahead?
Did you say this out loud?
Yeah.
Oh, did you little imp sneak off?
Oh.
I have a ship. It is mine. I own it.
Ah,
I don't work for the army. I'm not a soldier, but somebody signed us up.
so if we see Calamon soldiers, be welcoming.
But if they ask for us by name, you don't know us. It's not going to work.
No. Where shall I send them?
To hell, for all I care, send them back to Calamon. They're only going to be in the way, and they're only going to be fought, and they're only going to die. You see, let me explain what has been happening to us really quickly.
So
Because this is a
lot
short session, and I have to make this fast. And I catch her up on the not every single thing, but basically to build my case, I round out by saying, and so as you see, they have been sending us on essentially these chaotic death marches where they know something but won't share it with us, and then we go and find what the problem is, dispatch the problem for them, and then scratch our bums wondering how the fuck they could have done this on their own without our powers, because their soldiers are not nearly as strong as us. The 5 of us have decimated, as you are well now aware of this.
But it sounds like they have numbers, and if you're going against an army,
Oh,
you're
I'm
best
so-
off with an army, aren't
Did you say that they have numbers? You mean meat shields? You mean meat shields, where they sacrifice their own from their own stupidity. They won't listen. They won't strike. Oh, don't get me started. I'm not a tactician. I just know how to stay alive, and I know how to kill very well because I've had to. So I'm really not a fan of their little nonsense and sending us on death marches. So the moment we could get away and find something worthwhile that we can handle without an army, trust me, we took the chance, and I promise you, should they step in my way, and I don't correct myself, I don't say us as a we, should they step in my way, I am not beyond sacrificing them to survive and get ahead and get the knowledge I need to put an end to this nonsense, because now that we're in this war, I intend on seeing a way out of here.
You notice that Nezra has been squinting and leaning in and staring at you intently
What's wrong
as you
with
get
you?
more and more impassioned in your speech.
What are you doing?
Oh, I see.
What do you see?
I see you. I understand your question earlier. So,
What?
What?
Sylph, darling.
What do you mean?
Yes, you heard about spelljammers from a djinn. Sylph, darling.
It was her djinn.
The Kenda has a djinn.
I wasn't
No
making this
offense,
up.
darling.
His name is Tony.
What an odd name for a djinn.
Yeah, he's kind of a dick too.
That sounds...
No, he's no.
Yes, that's...
He told me he would tell me the name of the spelljammer that he arrived on. I was so curious of this thing.
And did he not?
No, he can't remember. He can't remember the name of the captain. He can't remember anything. Wait, no, he did.
He told you the name of the captain and who was holding the bottle before.
He told me the name of the captain who was holding the bottle before, but not the name of the ship. He couldn't remember the name of the ship because he didn't know the name of the ship, just that he arrived on one. Which is frustrating, so I'm trying to find out the name of this ship because I'm just curious. I'm going to go have a smoke. And I get up and I leave the table.
Oh.
Do you want us to order for you?
I just walk away.
Ooh,
Kretz doesn't
epic.
smoke. he panicked. He said the first thing that came to mind and he bolted.
Well,
I'll have food and drink.
Tommy will pick for him.
Sylph comes scurrying over. Oh, wow, you're missing one.
It's okay.
Oh, okay. What do you want? We have, well, we have rabbit stew and we have, well, sort of bread.
Sort of bread.
It's not going to be what you're used to. It's made out of seeds, mostly. Seeds and nuts that we've gathered from the odd scrub brushes and trees around here. So, if you're not used to it, it's not bread. But we're used to it, so it's bread.
Two, please.
Rabbit stew and some bread and, okay.
No bread. Stew.
No bread? Just stew.
Stew, no bread.
Alright.
Stew and bread, please.
Stew and bread. 2 of those. For the missing person.
Ah, yes.
Me and the missing person.
Alright, and, Miss Nazra? Yes, yes. Stew and bread. And Sylph scurries back off and after a couple minutes comes back with bowls laden with a thick, rich, herby stew of shredded rabbit and assorted root vegetables that you're not entirely certain what they are. So, and true to her word, it looks like bread, but it is clearly made out of seeds and nuts and not quite as dense and fluffy as bread that you're used to.
Huh. Okay.
I think we should take a quick break.
If we're doing a short session, we have an hour left.
Right.
So if we take a quick break and it's 10 minutes,
Yeah, 10 minutes.
is that,
Does that work for everyone?
or 5 minutes?
5 minutes, yeah.
For me.
What do they need? 5 minutes
What
or
do you
10?
guys need? 5 or 10?
Either or.
5? Okay.
Yeah.
5 minutes. Back soon.
Alright.
Okay. And we're back. Alright, so. You've ordered food. Rabbit stew and some breads.
Pumpkin apple pie.
And then
Yummy.
Kretz has wandered off.
With a pecan crumb.
So,
Kretz did wander off.
yeah, Kretz wandered off.
I immediately started looking for people with pipes.
Well,
Bulbarine, your perception is high and your mind is actually clear. Have you noticed anything about the discussion that was happening?
Don't you tell him he does? You're God.
Yeah, actually.
I think you tell him he does.
He does, yeah. You've,
You tell him what he sees.
you notice that Kretz is displaying unusual for Kretz emotions.
So
To-
emotional.
Whether he was making an odd face at you or the confusion verging on panic that when Nezer was saying, "Oh, I see." You're not sure what to make of this information, but you did notice that it's weird. So, Kretz.
Looking for somebody with a pipe who's smoking some sort of delicious fragrant tobacco that I would recognize because, you know, sailors.
There is actually wild tobacco that grows in this land. So there are a few people that do smoke in town. It takes you a second, but with the air being...
I'm like literally looking in the tavern,
Yeah.
imagining that people can smoke in the tavern because they don't have rules
There's
for that shit.
nobody smoking in the tavern.
I go outside to look.
In the town square, which isn't far from the entrance of the tavern.
Okay. Or in the town square, maybe there's a little small stall or a shop or something. I'm looking for a pipe with tobacco.
Yeah.
Or people smoking.
There's people smoking outside of a small shop, and you can't tell from the outside what they do, but there are a couple people sitting on repurposed ancient barrels just sitting out front of a shop.
I approach with haste. Excuse me.
Oh, yes?
This is going to sound like an odd question. I've come up empty-handed for a dear friend's birthday. Do you have a spare pipe?
Spare no, but they thumb to the shop behind them. They dry tobacco. I'm sure they sell pipes.
Before he finishes the sentence, or before they finish it, I'm gone.
Okay.
I walk away. I'm immediately like, in like my coat, as I'm like just moving fast now.
The inside of the shop immediately behind them. You open the door and are just hit by an amazing vanilla tobacco, like sweet and spicy fragrance.
Cherry? Any cherry stuff?
Yeah, it smells like dried fruit and vanilla and tobacco, and it just jars.
I am immediately drawn to the jar of the fruitiest smelling, sweetest smelling tobacco.
This tiny little old lady, you didn't even see her there at first.
Hi.
Oh, hello, dear.
Right.
Did you find something you like?
Yes. Do you sell pipes? I'm not even paying attention. I'm in panic haste, like survival mode. Like I'm just looking for this thing, not paying attention.
Most people make their own, but I do have a couple.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, may I see them?
Oh, sure. One moment. And
She pulls this little wooden drawer out.
let's see.
There's a couple that are clay, and one's got a chip, and one is intricately carved wood, and it looks like something that you would have seen at the dock somewhere. And
Snatched it. Before you finish the description. Ornate, done, perfect.
That may still be a little salty inside. It washed in with the tide.
Now I'm looking at it.
It's actually in very good condition. The bowl is burned, but doesn't look as it should be. But doesn't look like it's been used all that often. There is still a faint hint of salt crusted on the outside, but it doesn't appear to be terribly injured from its time in the ocean.
Great. And do you sell pouches
Oh,
for your
yes.
tobacco?
Oh, yes.
A pouch of that, and I point to the delicious, fruity, fragrant tobacco.
She has little scrap leather pouches that roll up and tie, and so she goes and she takes one and she fills it with tobacco, and she carefully rolls it up and ties it.
See, for the pipe and, I suppose 5 silver.
You have little sticks in tinder, perhaps. I have tinder, but I didn't bring my backpack, so I don't have.
Oh,
Yes, and this little tiny metal box with little flint and tinder, and
Yoink! I start stuffing, and I immediately light it.
be another silver, darling.
Yes, of course. And I start trying to get the thing going, and as soon as
Oh, bless your heart, you're new at this.
and she tamps down the tobacco with her finger, and
Try it now.
and I light it, and I try to.
Oh, just puff, puff, and roll it around in your mouth. You don't have to inhale. That's a bit excessive, but okay.
I've seen most of my human compatriots on my ship. In passing, I've never paid any attention to this, and I don't know if you know this, but most elves don't smoke. At all.
Don't see many elves around here.
Right, so... Thank you. I reach in, grab 2 gold, put it on the counter.
Oh, that's far too much, darling.
I was never here. It's fine, you won't have much to live for anyway. You're pretty old, it's fine. And I just grab my shit and I walk out the door, and I'm now just like... puffing, and I'm just like trying to get the hang of this as I'm like literally, I'm doing this. I'm staring at the pipe, not watching where I'm going, tripping on shit. Just trying to figure this out, slowly making my way back until I figure out the hang of smoking. Okay. And then once I think I managed the hang of it, I'll sit outside for a minute. Okay. Right. That's why I'm at outside smoking.
all right.
That's it for me. While this is all happening and you guys are figuring out whatever you're doing, and I don't come back in. I stay there till I'm like...
Mellow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Meanwhile,
So
inside.
Wolverine and I were discussing the where we should go, but we were doing it all in Dwarvish.
Huh?
Oh, our Dwarvish.
Well, you were... But you saw me abruptly leave, pissed off.
Yes.
Should we go after him?
You go after him?
Everything that I said I was doing would take 10 minutes.
Oh.
He didn't have to go far.
Yeah, but it would still take
Yeah.
10 minutes. I just sped up what was going on. And then when 10 minutes has elapsed, I will be outside with the pipe and tobacco.
Okay.
but
and
you
we're
don't.
still eating. So
Yeah, and you guys just ordered food. So within 10 minutes, your food may have been delivered. That's what I think would happen, but you'll have to check with her. So I'm just kind of helping you kind of put into frame of mind what time elapses and what you think may take place.
Okay. So when did the food get here?
Did the food get there?
The food arrived only a couple minutes after Kretz left.
That was bad. Oh, because it's stew.
It's still, it's already
Like
made.
5 minutes? You said?
Yeah, I'd say with the number of bowls and everybody else that she's serving, it would have taken her 5 minutes to bring it back to you.
Okay, so as soon as the food was served, she would have wanted to look for Kretz because wants to make sure that food is still hot for everybody.
Okay.
So yeah, around the 5-minute mark, she'll get up. And
5 minutes after it arrives?
no,
Well, because if he said it took him about 10 minutes.
right. I'm saying like as soon as the food arrived, she would check outside the door.
Oh, you mean when the food arrived at that 5-minute mark?
So
Yeah.
do you just
Yeah, that's what I mean.
do you peek your head outside and see if you see him?
Yeah.
Okay, you don't see him. At 5 minutes, you don't see him.
Kidding closes the door,
Mm-hmm.
sits back down. He's not here.
What?
He's not here.
Where'd you look?
Outside of the tavern.
Is she to the side of the
He's
tavern?
eating from his bowl and just looks up and goes, "Where could he have gone?"
Gobble, gobble, gobble.
You think I would know?
Kadeem wouldn't act like
He
Did
couldn't
say
have
he was
gone
gonna go
far.
for smoke?
Sorry. You
Did
think I
did he say he
know?
was gonna go for smoke?
I did say that.
Yeah.
He did say that.
I did. I announced, like,
Sounds like
hastily,
Yeah.
I'm going for a smoke, and something you've never seen him do.
yeah.
You've never smelled tobacco on him. And you've spent the last, 2 months with the dude? You've never seen this.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I just look at Kadeem like Fred doesn't smoke.
Oh no, what if it's an old habit and he picked up again?
It's possible, but doubtful.
Where would you get some though?
There's a little shop here in town. It's just over in the square. It's not far from here.
You think he could have made his way there? I'm doubtful.
I stop what I'm eating and I just hold in my bowl and I look up at Kadeem.
Oh, that's amazing. That face.
Should I roll Constitution?
For what?
That face.
No.
Fate. No, because of the.
That face and the way you're like
Yeah?
pretending to hold the spoon. That should go in a cereal box.
No, Bobo Rimos.
No, I was thinking Bobo O's.
Bubba O's. Not baboos. Spell it Bobo O's.
It's Bobo-O's.
Mm.
Then. I'm sure he will be back soon.
Now you're sure? You weren't too sure a minute ago.
I think he's.
I'm gonna finish my bowl and get up and walk out.
Oh. Well,
Okay. So time it takes to eat a bowl of stew. It's the rabbit's a little stringy, it's a little gamey, but it's really flavorful. But it definitely takes you a good 5 minutes, even if you're trying to inhale it. It's a hearty bowl of stew. So by the time you are done and making your way outside, you find Kretz outside of the tavern, puffing on a pipe.
Tummy's
I was
gonna.
right. You don't smoke.
Tummy's gonna come out there too.
And I look. Yes, I do.
Kretz.
Not very well. I pull out my pipe, and then I start to smoke.
Put it down.
Do you always smoke?
Always.
You just never seen me smoke before.
I can tell you don't smoke.
Put it down.
What?
What's all this?
You should put it down.
Mind your own business. What's all
Aw.
what?
She's going back inside.
And I.
Bye.
The fake smoking.
It's real smoke, you fool. Fuck. Look, I didn't have a tobacco pouch right here. Smell it. And I offer him, smell.
Like, sniffing like, where did you get this?
I've always had it. Fuck.
And you're lying.
I roll it back up. I don't say anything, I just smoke.
Why did you need to feel? Why did you feel you needed to smoke?
Felt like the right thing to do.
Why?
I don't know, it's a feeling.
Why?
This is the most talkative you've been in days.
Yes, I had to get away from my brother with all this stuff on his face.
makes sense.
I don't know how you keep it together, and I do appreciate you not saying anything to him.
Oh, he's
He's-
my brother.
Going to be so cross when he sees it.
Yeah, I feel bad for Tammy.
How do you know it's Temmie?
Assuming he knows. Have you checked her hands? The shop,
I
Lavender.
did notice that. What happened? How did she get it off?
Lavender is a mediocre, not even a mid-level mage. He's a fresh out of the waterworks mage. He can't do shit, but he can do prestidigitation. So I had him clean up her hands to hide the evidence because I wanted to see Bobarim go mad for a minute. Because, you know, he takes things too seriously and is drunk all the time. He needs to let loose.
Yeah, that's my brother.
Yeah.
Just
Well,
hope he stays away from Fred. He can actually see himself on Fred.
we could always blame it on the soup. Must be an allergic
I don't
reaction.
think he believed that in his state right now.
Oh, you mean sober?
Yes.
It's actually a very good point. I
So
continue.
what's all
To,
this?
I don't know what you mean.
Why did you storm off?
I didn't like the way she was looking at me.
And what way was that?
Accusatory.
Why would she look at you accusatory?
Haven't the faintest idea. Just didn't like it. Don't like dragons.
Insight check.
Well done.
Gideon probably would have finished the food at this point
14 plus 5.
and gotten up.
11.
Ooh.
You can tell that something is seriously bothering him.
Oh, I'm lying.
And
He's
he's lying.
That was
There's
a deception.
something.
That was a deception 7. I rolled a fucking 4.
Oh, Jesus. Well, my insight's 5, so.
It's pretty good.
All right. You're obviously not telling me the truth.
Fuck. Fine. And I storm inside and I sit back at the table.
And I walk behind him and sit back down.
Food's probably getting cold now.
Fuck food. What do you know?
Okay.
What do you know about me?
Just surface level things.
What's that supposed to mean?
I tap my tobacco ash and unravel some more tobacco. See, I smoke. Had this all along. I start to pack it in. And then I have trouble getting it lit. So I light the tinder's lit. I can't get this going.
I'm sure you would have noticed or smelled it or something. Like, is this an old habit?
No, I'm just having trouble. It's a
Prestidigitate the pipe to get the flame going.
Can you do that with prestidigitation?
Yep. You can light or snuff out a candle or torch or a small campfire. Does that count?
Yeah.
So
Hey.
as it kind of like. I feel sick. Oh, I feel sick. Fuck. Sets it down.
Nezra just continues to quietly and daintily eat her soup.
Did
Fucking dragons.
you?
No, just
I don't know, I'm being silly.
I'm looking for a way off this fucking planet.
Planet?
What now?
Yes, what you call home. This realm. Thodak. There's more to this than just this realm. There's more than just Takesis. I've been close to the Fell, but never actually in Fell. I know all about the Shadowfell. I also know about the Feywild, too. I know a lot.
that explains it.
That's what you
Explains
tried to
what?
hide from me earlier.
Surface level thoughts.
Surface level thoughts that you care to share?
No. Unless you do.
Have any of you
Your surface level thoughts.
Fuck it, I'll just show you. There's candles on the table, right?
Yes.
And there's sconces all around and... Snuff the lights. And look at my face. And I keep my eyes closed until all the lights in the area so that our table's really dark. And I wait. I just wait until you guys do this, because I don't have prestidigitation.
So if there's
I
a
snuff...
Nezra-
I control flames and snuff them all.
Okay. Nezra is gonna have Sylph do it, but
So I open my eyes and what you see for the first time ever, because none of you have looked at me in the dark. None of you, in the last 2 months, have ever seen Kretz in the dark. He's always in the lead. You're always standing next to him, but you're never looking at him. You see for the first time his eyes. When it's dark, his eyes are blackened and his retina colors,
the iris.
sorry, the iris, thank you, my brain, is what looks like a purplish aurora borealis, shimmering. And you can see this when you're close enough. You can see this in his eyes. All right, now one of you, light one candle.
Oh.
Light it with prestidigitate.
I forgot my backpack. I can't.
And wave it in front of you, slowly, and look at my eyes. And
What do we see?
so as you take the candle and you move it side to side, you'll see his eyes shine. And as the light catches it, it looks normal until the light goes away and you see that glow. All right, let's light the place back up again. I can't see anything. Well, you can't.
Gonna light it back up and just look.
I
Who are you?
arrived here 70 years ago on a spelljammer.
Flying ships?
Much more than that. My name is not Kretz or Linnaeus. I adopted the name Kretz to hide who I am because I don't belong on this planet. I got lucky and I crash landed in Sylvanesti. Far enough away from town where people didn't notice, but the people that were there happened to work for the Linnaeus family. I am an astral elf. I am not a Sylvanesti.
I've been around a while, but meeting an elf from the stars is a new one. It's lovely to meet you.
If your name isn't Kretz, what's your real name?
Rue Mythcaller.
Rue like R-U-E?
Rue like R-U-E. We were pirates. And my family rued the day that I was born. Simply because I shouldn't have been born in that kind of life. Yet I learned the ways. We were chased as we were well, we were holding cargo we shouldn't have held. And we were chased by another band of pirates when we passed what we called a planetary orb. In this case, what you know as home. And there were, I recall, 3 moons. And I don't know how or why, but something struck our ship and took out one of our arcane engines. It's an arcane crystal. And the crystal powers the spelljammer. And the spelljammer is captained by a headpiece or a unit called a spelljammer. You put on your head and you simply think and feel, and the ship travels. You can maneuver the ship, and really skilled captains can captain their way through the astral sea. The astral sea, you don't really need a ship. You can float, kind of like water. You can breathe. It's a really weird experience, kind of like a dream state. But we crash landed, and my parents suffered catastrophic injuries that back home would have been easily mended. But the magic from the arcane took over their bodies, and the clerics here didn't know how to handle it or what to do.
The lack of proper clerics since the cataclysm, I've heard, have been particularly devastating for the mortals. I am sorry that you have suffered through that.
It's fine. Just trying to find my way back home. When I was found, I was adopted immediately. I was 20. Young. As a kid. I'm 90 now. But you guys see, as typical elves, he doesn't look like older than 28, 29.
Yeah.
You know, I've spent a great deal of time trying to find a way off this planet. And I've given up my sodden luck and just decided this is it. So I made a name for myself. Because I couldn't before. And yes, I miss Mummy and Daddy. And I'm not sad for it. What happened, happened. But what I learned about piracy, I used to my advantage, and I made a name for the Olanea shipping company. We became the prestigious name on the seas because pirates couldn't take us down. To the point where we were ferrying people from point A to point B, high profile people in danger, with contracts on their heads. Nothing illegal, honestly, just taking care of people. That's how I met Ispin. And that's how I started working with Ispin. Of course, it's Ispin. So we set sail, and that very first voyage, we were attacked by 3 different ships. And I was angry and lost control of my rage. And I accidentally set fire to all 3 ships. And have never chose to use your fireball spell ever again. I look at Bobarim. I'm familiar with fire and its rage. I haven't used it since. I haven't learned how. I refuse. Because I did it automatically. And I wasn't skilled by any means.
Can you give me a wisdom saving throw really quickly, please?
Fuck! Stupid goddamn dragons. Wisdom?
Yes, please.
13. And
you can sense a gentle probing in your mind as Nezra stares at you placidly.
I cast message.
Mm-hmm.
And I look at her, and in her mind she hears, "Be polite, or I crack an egg."
She replies back, "Understood. I was curious about the Minotaurs. I apologize."
About the what? The Minotaurs?
The Minotaur pirates that you fought.
Oh.
That does explain some of the wreckage we found a few years back.
Okay. But this is all in our heads.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I tell her. Just be polite, or I crack an egg.
Yeah. So she just messages back and explains.
So, Ispin saw what I could do, and told me that if it's anyone that can help hone in my skills, it would be the Mage Tower. And I've told no one this till today. The reason why I'm so adamant at passing my tests is because I want to learn how to make a portal. And to be perfectly honest, if I thought I could have survived it, I was going to leave you all in the Fell. I was just going to travel to the Shadowfell and leave. Because I know that there are portals in the Shadowfell that open at random to different locations all around what we know as the material plane.
Seems
The
a bit of a
astrals.
risk.
What's that?
Seems a bit of a risk.
I want off this planet and back to what family I remember before I forget them.
Understood.
But now I'm in a fucking war. Now I have friends that I didn't ask for, that I love anyway. So I'm conflicted, you see. I didn't want you to know my history. I didn't want anyone to sniff me out, and in 70 years, no one had an inkling until this stupid fucking war. And then I meet a djinn that's knowledgeable in spelljammers, more so than anyone's ever been in my entire experience here. And a fucking dragon. And I don't whisper it. So you know my truth. And while a lot of you could now take this and recount all the times that I've been absolutely ruthless, now you know why. And if you choose to cast me out, I don't blame you, but it's not going to stop me from getting off this fucking orb. I start eating my soup.
I'm gonna lean over and grab the pipe, fix the tobacco in it, and light it up for you, and just stick it in your mouth.
All this soup in his
No, wait,
mouth?
he opens. No,
He opens his mouth for a spoon and like,
A bottle that I haven't opened yet in front of you, and then I get up and walk to the bar to get another bottle.
So I just kind of puff it and just sit back and just stare at all of you and just watch and just wait to see what you have to say, now that you know the truth. Oh, and please call me Kretz, because I don't know. I don't know if that's who I'm supposed to be anymore. It was just a name. But now I'm in this war that I don't want to be in. Trying to help people who deserve to be helped. Not to make up for anything I've ever done, you believe me. Not a day crosses my mind that I don't wish to be back out in the astral sea. I always want to be back out there. The best I've got is the open seas here. It's not quite the same. You get seasick at first. You don't in the astral sea.
I do understand homesick.
There used to be a cruise line for people that would just travel the seas. And it would always stop in some god-awful region and it had some, what do they call it? A travel agency. What? People would pay a fee, like you would a ferry on a normal ship to travel from location to location, but they would do it in the astral sea. But if only you knew what was in the astral sea. It wasn't just...
Astral dragons?
No.
Space monsters?
Look.
Oh, could that be heard?
What?
No.
Oh, I said space monsters? Oh, I forgot the mics were moved.
Yeah, removing mics. You want to probably put this guy like this. And that will help if you aim here. Not all of the ships would return. Mostly because it was inexperienced captains who didn't know the routes that were safe, or would, because you have rich, snooty people paying them obscene amount of money to stay off course, end up wrecking their ships. So, you know, we would navigate through the wreckage. Take the belongings of those that don't need it because they're dead.
Scavenging, we understand.
Right. And so that would pay our way to get our name on the books, to ferry unfathomable or unlikable items under the radar of, you know, authorities, so to speak. And sometimes we'd have to take things from others, but we typically like to take things from people who are much, much worse than us. You know, those that did bad things to others for fun. We did not do that. I want to be clear, we were pirates with the morals. I promise. So, that was 70 years ago. It's a drop in the bucket for an elf, right? Not that long ago, but I was a kid.
You're still a child.
And you're ancient. So I don't know if that's who I am. That's who I remember. And now I am Kretz, and I'm not looking to avenge anyone. But more than ever, I want to pass those trials now just for my own sake, to say that I did it and that I can. More than ever, I want to see all of you safe and alive. And more than ever, I have to make sure you don't see me weak. Ever. So I'd rather you hate me.
All the sense now.
Sorry, what?
That makes all the sense now.
So I'd rather you hate me. I'd rather you were mad at me. I'd rather you were irritated with me. I'd rather you smite me with your ungodly connections you have there, Thodak, just because I was trying to avoid answering these questions. I'll take it. Hate me, be mad at me, and I'm willing to take that and face that, and I deserve more. And yes, I'm ruthless, and yes, I'll crack an egg if I have to. But I'm not looking to hurt people for fun. I actually don't know if I want to go back to where I'm going anymore. Not after the last 2 months. I've spent 70 years on this fucking planet. And a lot of you, in a matter of 2 months, that's a nap for an elf. And here I've got myself questioning what I really want to do. Puff, puff. Puff, puff, puff. Puff, puff. So now I'm grateful, angry, upset, because I had a goal. I don't know what to do now. Except try not to be dead, I guess, and make sure you guys don't die. Did Bubba Reem come back and hear all this? Because I'm not repeating it.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know, did he?
Yeah, the grabbing the bottle did not take long.
Oh boy.
The bartender saw you coming. So,
Yeah. But he was sober.
Oh,
Is he still?
Clear of mind.
that's right.
oh, okay, yeah. So, being clear-headed this time, you do notice the quirk of the eyebrow and the slightly flared nostril. Like,
And is bartender human?
yes.
So I look up at him. What was that for?
What was what?
You know what I'm talking about.
Well, I'm unused to dwarvish fashion.
Huh?
I'm unused to dwarvish fashion.
And
The
I looked at him and
the artistry of it.
it's what?
The
Timmy's gonna like.
Oh
And I look around. Is there any metal platters or mirror in the back of the bar?
Oh, I'm sorry.
the plates are all made of wood. But there is like a beer stein, nice clear glass, couple of those stacked up, waiting to be filled.
Uh-oh.
Let's just look at that and look at this. Not my beer.
It's an empty glass.
No, yes. I said to the bartender, when you go like this, you mean not my beard.
No, that's very standard for a dwarf.
Just put 10 silver down. Turn around, grab with the bottle, and walk straight up and sit down.
Okay.
So
And
I'm.
when I sit down, I look straight at Thordick.
Oh no.
Message. Oh, Thor.
This is why.
Oh
While Kretz is still talking, because he's still talking at all of
no.
you.
Oh no.
Yes. Yeah, he's still talking. Yes? In message form? The bartender said something about.
Before he
dwarven
finishes, I say it was
artistry.
Semi.
What?
Before he even finishes, I say it was Semi.
You don't know.
This-
You don't,
Tell me
No, I know,
something.
I know, I know, I know.
What did she do?
Find a mirror.
Find a mirror.
Oh no.
I have
Right under the bus.
I had a feeling this was coming. Because they were brothers,
So I
of
look
course.
around in the entire tavern now for something reflective.
Oh
So,
Uh-oh.
before Nezra has gone and detected thoughts on you, she's been kind of scanning surface level
do I know this, or you just?
on
It's
everybody.
just above
No,
table?
I'm letting you know. So she hears vaguely
Okay.
what is going on, and she just quietly she's
Wait, did they pass their wisdom saving throws or not?
no, she's only detecting surface level. She was probing you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Probing?
She's just
Eavesdropping, basically.
yeah. Yeah. Eavesdropping. So surface level, just what's floating around in their heads on the surface level. And she's clearly listening to Kretz's story, but she does kind of glance and arch an eyebrow at the brothers before focusing on Kretz again.
Oh boy.
I focus on Kretz's speech again.
Mhm.
As soon as I said it was Semi, I'm done. Find a mirror. Bye.
Oh god. I'm in danger.
Yes, Kretz, we would love to keep you in our group.
We love you, Kretz. You're great.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You too, Bobarim.
My gaze goes from Thordick straight to Kretz. I have my new bottle. I uncork it and tap yours and say, "You've done me no wrong." And I take a little swig and set it down. I'll be right back.
Oh no. Oh
I could drink to that. Oh, okay.
No.
Swig puts it down.
The dwarvish spirit that is within is strong.
Oh
It burns the back of your throat with sagey juniper undertones.
Oh.
They make do with what they can out here.
To which he's going, oh, fuck. Oh, I don't think I'm gonna smoke anymore. Then I'm choking on the booze. On that swill.
Ah, yes. That, that stuff is strong. Good luck.
Said the fire breather.
I prefer water.
Bruh. No, Kretz is not a persona. I'm still Kretz. I'm still me. Quite
I understand.
honestly prefer you remain calling me Kretz. I can't promise I won't leave if I find a portal, but I guess it's not as urgent since we're all in danger together.
So, Bobarim, you find all of the windows in this place are kind of pieced together with whatever salvage. Clearly, windows out of ships. There's a porthole, and by the door, there is a porthole that has been, the back of the glass has been glazed over with silver, acting as a small mirror by the door, by the coat rack by the door.
And I'm tall enough to actually look at it.
You're gonna have to step on the little chair that's it's a average human height, but there is a chair next to the cloak rack.
I can see this happening.
Okay, then, yeah, seeing a reflective surface, I'll prop the chair up and stand up and.
Uh-oh.
I'll like polish it, make sure. Huh? And then I'll stone face. Step down. Put the chair back.
Blame it on
Uh-oh.
Thordak.
And go back and sit down.
That was not good. I'm scared.
And when I sit down. I'll just look straight at Kretz.
Where'd you go?
It's just
Oh god.
Probably have to go relieve himself.
Ah.
Before you ran off, I was saying, drink to that. So I raised the bottle again. Cheers.
I think I'll remain sober tonight.
Oh
That's new.
no. Why is that?
Well,
Oh, the nap wore me out.
the nap
Wait,
wore me out.
Wait, what?
What the?
You were napped so hard.
You napped for 23 minutes. The nap wore me out.
You couldn't have napped
I
so
feel different.
Do what?
I feel different.
Okay.
Well, you look different. What?
Oh man.
At this
Even though
point-
I'm laughing, Bobarine keeps us stone cold.
Temmy's getting worried about this.
Come to think of it, actually, Bobarim, you have a little something on your eye.
Oh, it's due dwarvish fashion.
Wait, what did you just say?
Did I misspeak?
Oh boy.
No, I don't think I actually understand. What's dwarvish fashion? I'm just saying you had something like a little, like.
Oh, the bartender said some artistic look I had.
Do you see him like stifle a chuckle? Oh, did he?
And I just lean over a little bit and just put my mustache. Oh, yeah, yeah.
What did he?
I'm sorry. Temmy's just kind of like refuses to look at Bobo like anywhere but Bobo, and she's like,
So what exactly did the bartender say?
Don't worry about it. Let's drink. And I just push my bottle over to you.
Yes, let's drink.
oh no.
You have 2 bottles now.
Yeah.
Thank you for lighting my pipe, and I puff on it. set it down and then continue eating the rest of my soup, but I don't touch the drinks.
Don't worry, Grits, you're stuck with us too.
Yeah, I don't actually think I'm stuck, and I don't think you are either. I think it's the thing I've had to come to learn. I've been alone for all this time. I've never had friends like you, and Espen was my only friend. For a while. I did that on purpose. Again, with the intent on leaving, and maintaining my solitude for as long as I needed to. Tending to my needs, treating people like garbage because they deserved it. And those that didn't, I was nice to. Like you guys. It's also the reason why you see me walk around with a cocked up attitude. I'm well aware of who I am and why I do it. I really don't have a tolerance for lame folk. And if anyone tries to cross me, I have no problem dispatching them to see the other side. I have been accused of evil and heinous acts or being absolutely immoral. And it really doesn't hurt my feelings. I really don't care. But I've come to find that I actually care what you think. Since you know who I am, and you know where I'm from, I figure this will be the only time I will have an opportunity to really reveal how I feel about my friends. So, except you, Timmy.
Huh?
Right.
What?
I kind of just nudge her, smile. And to each of you, so you hear it from me now, just in case we ever perish in battle, because that seems to be our fate. Bobarim, I cannot stand your stuck-up, snobbish attitude, your constant dismissal. You don't acknowledge the great things that are happening around you or what your friends do for you, and I fucking hate it. You're also one of the most interesting people I've met in a long time, and I respect who you are and what you do. I do consider you my friend on a deep level. I think he needs to go.
I think so too.
Wolverine looks at Kretz. I consider you my friend.
Puppy, it's 12:30. Thodak.
But I'm not done. I'm just looking up in the air like...
Stroking your unibrow.
Yes, smoothing out my unibrows.
Oh boy.
Do you think he?
When it comes to friendship, you usually tell each other about some minor changes. You just discussed my attitude and such. What about physical changes? And I turn and I look at Temmie.
She's not looking. She's not looking. She's just like.
Is she looking at Sylvie?
Staring off in the distance.
And I turn back and look at Chris.
I don't.
Anyway, I'll get my pipe.
Oh.
She stops holding her breath.
So I'm done eating, and I'm the pipe's still hot and lit. So I puff on it, and I say, I'm not. I'm just trying to understand. Are you growing a little taller? And I wink.
This clearer thought I have. My posture, I feel grander.
Hmm.
You look grander. Thodak, you know, you're the only person I know of that speaks to gods outside of myself.
Nezra's head whips to Thordak.
I just kind of side-eye Nezra because I saw her whip her head around.
What? No love for me, Nezra? I said we both do it.
Yes, but
Yes.
two of you.
Yes, two of us. We could be allies, or I could crack an egg. I'm still not above that.
Who do you speak to?
It's another time. We're supposed to have a short session.
What session?
I just
Breaking the
casually
fourth
pull
wall
out
here.
my holy symbol of Yorick's.
That does make sense.
No, Tari speaks to me in my dreams. We'll talk more about that later.
Yes, let's.
Yes, let's. So, I believe you and I have a bond that truly no others have. Coincidence? I don't know, but I don't take our friendship lightly. And so I appreciate you for your ingenuity, your cleverness, and your tenacity to stay annoyingly on my ass until I answer you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Kadim. You're stoic, you're brave, and a lot of the times you're unheard. And that frustrates me. I mean, I will rip the face off people so they understand that you're in charge. It's my nice way of saying that I care, so keep leading on and I will be there to protect you and to aid you. In whatever you see fit. I'm not the leader of this group. I'm merely a captain of a ship, and I know how to captain crew, and I know how to bond people together. But you're the leader, calling the shots. And I'm happy to be working for you and with you and by your side. Well, that's everybody. I don't have a hatred for Kenda. I just don't really like my things being touched because I'm very personal about them, but now you know why. I still don't want my things being touched, and I still care quite a bit about the Kenda, I suppose. But most importantly, I'm grateful that you seem to have this odd skill for picking up magic. You're really good at it. I'm also really frightened by your friend Tony. Like a lot. So, you know, as long as you can control him, I think we're fine. Right?
Control him?
Yes. Get him to do things when we need him to do things.
Oh, well.
Have you even?
That's how it works, right?
I was just asking nicely.
Oh, good. So, please don't run off and cause problems, because I don't want to have to slice the bitch. But no, I really care, which is also why I really had a hard time when Sal betrayed us, when Becca turned tail and ran, or when Everin came along and was nosy and annoying, causing problems until we found Everin's bloodied cloak. We can only assume that means that Everin is dead, which I'm not grateful for, but well, they deserved it. So no, I don't make friends. I have a crew that I trust. I respect them. They respect me. They also get paid handsomely to do what I ask them, what I tell them. When it comes to friendship, when it comes to fellowship, you're the reason why I question what I should be doing with myself for the remaining of my days. Whether it's in this war, whether we die here fighting for what's right. I honestly am probably in the only spot I should be in. Fighting for what's right. Bobareem, you have makeup on your face.
I just continue smoking, looking at Kretz, and if you could tell with my unibrow.
It's been hard keeping a straight face. You look fucking ridiculous. Maybe your brother can prestidigitate the crap off of you? I don't know.
Yeah.
I can try.
Temmie did it. And I sit back and I smoke. if he was going to do anything, he would have done it by now. One, he's sober. He won't touch his drink. And if you want to be real clear about it, he's staring at you. Look!
Thordak, do you choose to prestidigitate Bubble Ream?
I attempt to. Isn't it set in?
It's just ink.
It's just ink. It's
Okay.
nothing that some soap and a good scrubbing wouldn't take care of to begin with, so the magic gets it out easily.
Alright, then I will prestidigitate it off.
All right.
Is Boba Reem still staring at Temmie?
Probably.
No, he turned to look at Thor and do like the.
Get on with it.
Cleaned it. You're good.
Yeah, thanks. And then looks at crits and still looking at crits.
Well, we do need to call it early.
We do, but I thought Nezra wanted to grill us a little bit. I don't know, just...
She has been using detect thoughts gently, just surface level things, until she tried to probe you because she was terribly curious about the pirates you had come across and destroyed the ships of. It did explain some of the wreckage that washed up came in through the washes a few years ago, so she was curious. But otherwise, she has only been detecting surface level thoughts. So she knows that Temmie did that to Bobo Reem's face. She hasn't pried to see how Bobo Reem is exactly feeling about this, but just a couple surface level thoughts here and there, and otherwise has been respectful.
Quite the dinner.
Thank you for allowing me to be here to hear all of this.
Well, our secret's safe with you, isn't it?
Yes,
Mine is, at least.
as long as mine is with you.
I'm not gonna touch your egg, but just, please, if you're gonna probe anyone's mind, just ask the fucking question. You don't have to probe anyone. I get that most people don't want to give away or have a tell, and I think you should respect that.
A habit for newcomers, I do apologize.
You have a lot to protect, but I think we've proven ourselves by now.
Yes.
So just ask. Sorry, she was probing my brain, so I threatened her, which is what I do. I'm not gonna stop threatening people.
About the egg.
Egg.
Yes.
Egg.
Egg.
The giant egg.
Other dragons can't sense it, right?
No.
Okay. And
Thank goodness for that.
Temmie, if you're above table, hasn't your genie said that he's very knowledgeable?
Yeah.
Okay. So if your gene is very knowledgeable, do you think he would know when a dragon egg would hatch?
Don't you think? Maybe we shouldn't be talking about that here.
Oh.
I'm maybe young for a dragon, but I will take good care of it. Unfortunately, I left home young. I couldn't abide by
Maybe we shouldn't be talking about this here.
yes, no.
How about, what are we doing next? We have a vote for, what again, Thodak?
Wars.
What? Wars?
What?
Helping dwarves?
Oh, right.
Oh, the dwarves.
The Oh dear God.
I feel like
Bubberim, are you looking to help the dwarves?
Dwarves.
Hey, hold. Trust me on this one. Tammy. City dragon or dwarves?
We both stare at him.
They're both staring at you.
Yeah, dude.
Dragon?
What do you want to do?
Dragon.
Interesting choice.
Don't recommend going up against. Was it a young dragon or an adult dragon?
It was a big fucking dragon.
The
Adult,
size-
likely older than me. I don't recommend it.
Dwarves?
Okay, so see,
yeah.
dwarves it is. All right. Well, now we know what we're doing.
All right.
Okay.
Blue Maw Cave.
Well, what?
Blue Maw Cave.
That's pretty easy to remember.
It's another salt cavern, but the salt is blue.
We'll leave in the morning. I'll come here first. Well, we'll come here first. Please have your guide ready and able,
Understood.
and let them know that they'll only get nice treatment if they're not stupid.
Well, would you be opposed to Clystron?
What say you, leader? To be fair, I did try to murder Clyston the first night I met him, but
I think question is fine, since that's like the only other person in the town we know.
Clyston it is.
I'll let him know. All right. I tend to make a sweep of town. I'm checking on everything, so if you'll excuse me.
Sure.
I'm glad you found your way here, friends.
I get up and make space so that she can leave the table.
Right.
She stands and tells you that she's.
I imagine other people will need to stand up and make
Yeah.
space for them.
Yeah.
We're in a
Booth. Yeah.
Right.
As
Sorry,
she
I got a little distracted. I was looking for a name.
As she exits, she. As I said, I'm pleased you have found your way here, friends. I'm incredibly grateful for the gift you have given me. And glad that our community could help. I must make my rounds. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ness, you hear a few people shouting, "Bye, Ness!" as she leaves. All right. So, you're gonna hang out in the bar a little while, or are you gonna head to your little home?
How late is it?
Back.
Yeah, what time is it?
It's late evening. I mean, it's supper time, so you guys just ate.
It looks like I'll go back to the abode. About.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm gonna stop by Lavender's and then pick up some soap. Even if the door is shut, I'm just gonna knock on the door.
The
I'm just
Yeah.
advising, and then whatever I need to pay, I'll pay.
Okay.
But then
Yeah. He's there. The lanterns are burning. The shop's open still.
I'll grab a couple bars of soap. What smells the fruitiest?
Mostly earthy scents. There is lavender, one that smells.
Whatever the most fragrant, light smell that doesn't smell like sea salt.
Okay.
The literally the fruitiest.
Okay. Okay. All right. Then a light floral concoction it is.
That sweet and
Yep.
is perfect.
So he also gives you a small sachet of lavender.
Ah, since the bath is salty, I find that instead of smelling like salts, it helps if it's scented water. But it is quite soothing, especially if you've been on your feet all day. I particularly enjoy the water for soaking here. It's literally a couple copper for the soap.
Done.
So, okay. So, friends, short session. Ran a little over what we wanted, but I love it. I love it so. We will see you next time. Thank you for watching. We appreciate it. Have a lovely time.